The war on drugs is slavery, and it's probably the worst domestic policy in America since slavery, and it's probably the most racist institution since slavery.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waiting.
The worst part about the war on drugs is that it's led to America having the highest incarceration rate in the world. So we imprison more of our own people than any other country in the world. In fact, we imprison more people than every other liberal democracy combined. We also imprison more people than like Russia, China, countries that we think of as being fairly oppressive. And I would say, I think imprisoning more of our own people kind of flies in the face of the whole notion that America is the freest country in the world. In fact, I would say it disproves the idea that we're the freest country in the world. How can you be the freest country in the world when you lock more of your own people in cages than any other country in the world? Those ideas don't really jive. The war on drugs was started in 1971, started by Richard Nixon, and it's been as much of a failure as any policy could be. The whole goal of the war on drugs was to eliminate drug use from society, and it's been an absolute failure. If you want to get a decent gauge to how effective the federal war on drugs is, we can't even keep drugs out of federal prisons, let alone the country. The number one problem is the moral issue. So our prisons are flooded with nonviolent drug offenders. That's the largest demographic of people in our prisons. Nonviolent drug offenders, or another way to think about those people is innocent people. People who have done nothing wrong to anybody else, except put something in their body that they choose to ingest. And the truth is, we all ingest some type of drugs. Everybody does. All of American society is on some type of drugs. Of course, there are thousands of legal drugs, and we all see legal drugs all over the place. We all see commercials for legal drugs every day on television. And people tend to have this idea when there's government regulation that, well, I guess someone chose what's legal and what's illegal based on what's better for society or what's healthier or what works better for illness. But that's all nonsense. The Partnership for a Drug-Free America was largely funded by alcohol and tobacco companies. That kind of tells you all you need to know right there. You cannot ignore the racial implications of the war on drugs as well. White kids and black kids experiment with drugs at about the same rate, but black kids are way more likely to do time in prison for it. So you can't ignore how we create new criminals, right? Like, what's this kid gonna be when he gets out of prison now? Now it's gonna be a whole new story. And of course, we're also gonna slap something on his permanent record, so we'll ruin his economic productivity. You can't ignore the ripple effect of the war on drugs either. How many, fatherless families are there because the dad is locked up over some nonviolent drug crime? And what does that do to alter that family? Those kids are now more likely to grow up and be criminals. At the end of the day, it's all about freedom. It comes down to this. Who owns your body? Do you own your body, or does the government own your body? If you own your body, then you can put in it whatever you would like to put in it. That's an adult decision. If the government owns your body, then the government can decide what you put in your body and what you don't put in your body. And if you put something in that they don't like, they throw you in a cage for it. And that is slavery.
Bury me alive, bury me with pride, bury me with berries, that forbidden fruit and cherry wine. Thank you very much, but tonight's my night and I'm buried by swinging for the fences, barbaric Kendrick and idle time. Everything in life subject to change, change with change grind, change.